Hey, Hillary. Are you there? I was just wondering if the funeral that you're at is finally over or not. And if so, then please tell your relatives to go home, or at least that they can't stay with us.
It is over, and everyone has gone home already, actually. But I want you to know that people noticed that you weren't there. I mean, couldn't you have just shown up for even just a moment? Would that have been so bad?
I told you that the funeral conflicted with my work schedule and just wasn't going to work out at all.
I don't know. I feel like your work would have given you the day off if you had asked them. Did you even try getting this day off at all? I mean, does anyone at your work even know this is happening?
Look, I just really didn't see all that much reason for me to even be at something like that in the first place, okay? And all your relatives are just so annoying to deal with anyways.
Well, I just think you should know that my aunt was pretty upset about the whole thing. She kept asking where you were and why you weren't showing up at all. I really didn't even have an excuse for her.
Well, just tell her that I was too busy to go and I didn't have time to stop by for even a second of that funeral. And anyways, all you really got from your mom was the house we're living in now, right? Here I thought we were in for a big inheritance, and in the end we actually only ended up with a couple of bucks. Sounds to me like things would have been better had she kicked the bucket earlier.
Seth, how could you say something so cruel like that? Did my mom not do so much for you? Think of all the times that you and I were in serious trouble and my mom was able to support us through it. Or that time that I passed out and had to be in the hospital for a few days. It was my mom who agreed to watch the kids.
Yeah, sure. But then she got sick and then you ended up having to watch over her until she finally kicked the bucket. I just thought that she would have paid more for that in the end.
Are you being serious right now? I can't believe that you're even saying these things. And besides, you didn't do anything to help my mom at all.
Excuse me? I didn't do anything. What about all the doctors that I had to take her to and all those forms I had to sign for her?
Okay, yes, you did a couple things for her, but I was doing literally everything else. You never even went to visit her while she was sick at home. I know that you never once went to visit.
And that's also because, guess what? I had to work during that time as well. But you wouldn't understand anything about that since you're just a housewife.
I just really can't believe that you're complaining this much about my own mother just after her funeral. But you know what? I also have to say, I'm really not all that surprised after all this time. You've never been kind to your mother-in-law.
Oh boy, here we go again. That's right, make me out to be the bad guy. I'm so evil just because I have a job that I have to do. Do you really want to start right now, Hillary? You do realize that we live in the house that we do and have the life that we live because of my hard work, right? I really think you need to open your eyes and realize where you stand in all this. Because you're just a useless housewife who doesn't contribute a penny to this family.
How could you say those sort of things, Seth? We're family. And besides, I think you're the one who couldn't live a day without this family.
And just what makes you say that, huh? What makes you think I need you so badly?
Well, how about the fact that you couldn't do things around the house to save your life? You don't know how to cook or clean, and I've been the one taking care of the kids primarily.
You don't know what you're talking about. All of those things pale in comparison to working a full-time job. Anyone could do what a stay-at-home wife does, but you're really nothing but a parasite.
You know, I really don't think it's good to think that the only thing that matters in this world is making money. I mean, I don't feel that way at all. In fact, I had hoped that we would have a more equal marriage.
What is the matter with you, Hillary? Why are you always trying to start fights with me, huh? I mean, really, what has gotten into you?
Look, Seth, we've been married 20 years now, okay? I have a right to tell you how I'm feeling. And I'm just letting you know that if your attitude doesn't change, that we're going to have serious issues.
And just what issues are you going to make for me that I could make 5 times worse for you? You're forgetting that I have all the power here. You couldn't last a single day without me in your life, but I could walk out tomorrow and be just fine. Hey, Hillary. I want you to know that as of tomorrow afternoon, you are not allowed back in the house until I say so. Do you understand?
You don't want me in the house tomorrow afternoon? Do you have some plans or something?
That's right. I have some guys from the office who are going to come over to look at the garden, and then we're going to eat at home.
Oh, I see. Well, okay. That's fine with me, I suppose.
But before you leave for the day, make sure that you make us all dinner and make it something good. I'm thinking that we bust out that fondue set.
What if you tried doing all of that yourself? The cooking for your guests, I mean.
Excuse me? And just why in the world would I have to do something like that?
What are you talking about? Why should I be the one who has to cook for you and your friends when you're kicking me out? You do realize that we both live in this house, don't you?
We both live here, but it's not like this is our house. You're only allowed to stay here because I allow you to stay here. And anyways, I don't really want to introduce my coworkers to you. I think that you'll just try and stir up drama and cause trouble, so it's just not worth it to me.
You have no idea what you're talking about. And if you're embarrassed to introduce me to your friends, then let's talk about the real reasons. You are always trying to sabotage me and make me look bad. How would I even be able to dress up for guests when you ruined the only nice dress that I had? How could I make myself look nice when you always throw out my makeup?
I don't know what you want me to say to any of that, but I think that maybe you should try being a woman worth putting a nice dress and makeup on in the first place.
You aren't even making sense anymore. You are just such a jerk. Do you know that?
Okay, Hillary, I really think that you need to calm down now. I mean, if you keep this up, I might seriously choose to leave you, and you don't want that, right? So let's just remember not to bite the hand that feeds us, all right?
I don't think of you in that way at all, I'll have you know.
You know, I've been noticing for a while just how oddly you've been acting. I mean, even the other day, you forgot to bring my suit to the cleaners. And there have been times when you haven't cooked for me like you're supposed to either. You know, if I didn't know better, I might think that you didn't respect me.
You and I have talked about this already, Seth. I don't know why we need to hash this out again. But for the millionth time, just because I'm a housewife doesn't mean that I have to do every single thing you tell me. I am my own person and I can act how I want. Thank you very much.
Excuse me? Are you serious? Of course a housewife can't just do whatever she wants. Besides, you're running out of excuses. Don't you realize that? You can't keep making excuses about going to take care of your sick mom. And soon our youngest daughter is going to be graduating high school and moving away for college. So tell me, what else will be keeping you so busy that you can't take care of things at the house like you're supposed to?
I have appointments. I have friends who I go to meet. I am helping Danny with her college applications. I am much busier than you think.
You really are such a useless woman. Do you know that? I've stayed with you this long because we had our first daughter and I knew I had to take responsibility. But I see now it was a mistake to marry you. You've been nothing but a disappointment to me. All you do is talk back, and now I see that you've just been dead weight around my neck.
Well, fine then. If that's the way that you really feel about me, then maybe we just shouldn't have anything to do with each other at all. And know that that means that I won't be getting anything ready for you tomorrow at all.
There you go again, talking back to me. Don't you realize that I'm the only one letting you live the life that you want to live? You'd be nothing without me. Honestly, I don't know what it is with women today. Back in the day, they used to listen to their husbands and not complain all the time. Then you start to give them rights like to vote, and suddenly they want to say in every little thing that goes on in the world. Well, if you don't want me to leave you, I suggest you think carefully about what you say to me next.
Here's what I have to say to you, Seth. I think that I can live without you, but you can't live without me.
You really have an inflated sense of yourself. Do you know that? Now look, I don't want to argue about this anymore. Just prepare the food for tomorrow, okay? And if you don't, then I'm really going to consider leaving you and never coming back. You've really done it now. Do you know that, Hillary? You are in deep, deep trouble.
I take it that you just got back home with your coworkers right now? Is that why you're messaging me like this right now?
I just want to know what the meaning of all this is. I thought I told you that I wanted you to get food ready for my guests and I. I texted you those words yesterday, didn't I? Why didn't you do this? Are you just stupid or something?
I am not stupid, thank you very much. I was just too busy with other things and didn't have time to prepare anything.
But you were in the kitchen this morning. What were you doing there if not cooking things for my friends and I?
What was I doing? I was cooking breakfast and packing lunch for our children, actually. You're not the only person I have to care for, you know.
But I told you that I was going to be having people come over from the office today. I told you to get things ready for them, so why haven't you? Do you have any idea just how badly you've embarrassed me? I don't care what priorities you think you should have. I should always be coming first. Always! Don't you realize how much you need me?
I actually can't recall ever once saying that I needed or even wanted you to do whatever it is that you think you do for me. In fact, you're the one always telling me what to do and giving me orders, not the other way around.
Me? I see how you're gonna be. You really need someone to change your attitude. Do you know that? But now it's too late. I've already taken out all of your belongings.
What do you mean you've taken out my belongings? What belongings? What do you mean by taken out?
I mean that I packed up all your crap and I left it outside in front of our house. You realize what this means, right?
I can't believe that you would do something like this. What is the matter with you? How could you do this to me?
I didn't do anything that you didn't force my hand to do, Hillary. I've let you live in this house and leech off me for 20 years now. But now our kids are almost grown and out of the house, so you can leave too.
Are you kidding me? Is this supposed to be some kind of joke? You realize that you don't even own this house, don't you?
You really have some nerve talking to me like this when things are already so bad for you. I mean, don't you realize what this means for us?
If you're suggesting that we get a divorce, then I could not agree more with you on that point.
Well, I'm just glad that you're finally starting to get some sense knocked into you. So when you come to pick up your bags, I'll bring out the divorce papers for you to sign. And then you can go run away to who knows where.
You really have no idea what you're talking about at all, do you? You stupid, selfish man. I'll sign the divorce papers, but I wouldn't be so sure that I'll be the one crying and running away.
You know, your attitude now is just going to make it so much funnier when things fall apart for you in just a little bit. Now that I've finally gotten rid of your things and I'm getting rid of you too, it feels like a giant weight has been lifted from my shoulders. But just know that I'm not going to change my mind about this. And if you think the companies out there are eager to hire a woman who can only say she's been a housewife the last 20 years, then I think you're going to have a hard meeting with reality. But at least you'll finally realize what I've known all along, that I wasn't the one that needed you. You were the one that needed me. Hey, Hillary, what the heck is going on here, huh? I know that you have something to do with this.
Oh my, what could this all be about? I haven't heard from you in a while now, Seth.
I mean that I want to know why I'm being told that you're the owner of the house. Did you go behind my back and change the name on the deed of the house or something?
No, nothing like that. I've always been the owner of the house. You do remember that my mom willed the house to me, right?
But I never heard about that at all. How did this happen?
I literally have mentioned it to you so many times. I just figured that you were being too pig-headed to listen to me, though.
So then, what's with this letter I got in the mail then? Are you really going to try and kick me out of this place?
I mean, it is my house, and I am welcome to do whatever I want with it, including selling it. I'm afraid that my memories of that house have become quite tainted, and I really don't want anything to do with it anymore.
But I don't get it. What's the matter with you? How could you do this to me? How could you just throw me out like this?
More. Did you seriously just ask me that, Seth? I mean, do you not even have an ounce of self-awareness as to the stuff that you've been putting me through? You literally kicked me out of the house without so much as a second thought. You've done nothing but condescend to me, make me do all of the child rearing, and on top of that, you told me that I was nothing but dead weight hanging from your neck and holding you back. So, I don't really care one bit what you think about what I'm doing. It's amazing you can even ask that question.
But I live here. I don't have another place to live.
You're not listening, Seth. I don't care. I don't care about you, your housing situation, or whatever happens to you.
No! You can't do this to me. Please, you have to change the names on the deed. I'm begging you. You can't kick me out of this place.
I already told you that it's my house, and I am free to do whatever I want with it. You have no right to tell me what I can and can't do with my property. And besides, I've already found a buyer, and I've already signed the sales agreement.
You've already found a buyer? Does this mean that you were looking to sell the house even before we got divorced?
That's right. I have been thinking about leaving you for a long, long time. But I was waiting for our children to move out before that happened. If I had my way, though, you and I would have been split up a long, long time ago. Actually, I really started to seriously consider ending things around the time that my mom died. But you know, it's been about a year since she's passed, and I think it's high time I do what needs to be done. In fact, I think that you should also know that I've already found a new place to live. So I really don't need that house at all anymore.
Where? Please tell me where it is that you're going to be living from now on. What is the address of this new house that you're going to be moving to? You...
Do you really think that I'm going to tell you, the man who I'm about to get a divorce from, where it is that I'm going to be moving into and living from now on? I don't ever want to see your face ever again. Do you understand me? Not only that, but both of our children also want nothing to do with you ever again either. They're going to be moving in with me, and the three of us are all going to be living without you. I've found a nice place where our two children will be able to commute to their schools, so we'll be just fine without you.
I can't believe you would do something like this. How could you do this to me? You should show me some more gratitude for even letting you live in this house till now. Don't you know how hard I worked to put a roof over our heads? To put food on the table? Don't you realize how much sweat and tears I've poured for this family?
I agree that you've made enough money to take care of the four of us, and that we've been able to send our children to college, or are about to with that. But you also need to realize that your spending habits have gotten more and more erratic, and now you are driving yourself into serious debt. In fact, I've actually had to reach out to your mom behind your back and explain the situation. She's been giving us so much support, and you don't even know it.
I mean, that doesn't mean that I haven't been contributing anything, right? Besides, is that really even a good reason to be leaving me?
Of course it is! Every single time I try and mention all that I do for this family, you always start to bring up how much money you make and how much you provide. But you're spending like a madman and not saving a single penny for our children's futures. For our futures. Not only that, but any time that I've brought up even looking for part-time work, you always shut me down.
Okay, I get it. I won't divorce you if you just sign the house over to me. Okay?
Do you think I'm stupid or something? Why in the world would I do that? In what world would that be a good deal for me? I mean, I already own the house, and I don't want to be married to you anymore. Besides, I already told you that I found a buyer for the house and sold it already. So you just have no choice but to leave. Lucky for you, though, you have until the end of the month to pack up all your things and find a new place to live.
Okay, alright, fine. You win. Just please give me $50,000 and then we can call all this even, okay?
What? Why in the world would I ever pay you money like that? Why would you even ask for that?
Okay? Well, you can't just kick me out and tell me to find somewhere new to live on such short notice. This isn't fair at all. I need time and money to find the new place to live. So pay up. But wait a sec.
You really are crazy if you think that I'm obligated to give you a single penny after all that you've done to me. You're the one who doesn't know how to save his own money. You're the one who threw me out of the house without warning. You've done all of this to yourself, and I'm not going to clean up after your mess this time. In fact, I know all about that bartender that you've been going to see and bringing all kinds of gifts to.
A second? How in the world did you even find out about that, huh? I mean it. Who told you that?
If you really must know, one of our daughter's friend's mom happened to see you at the bar flirting it up. So, it seems to me that you really just don't want anything to do with this family at all. But, you know what? That suits me just fine. Now why don't you stop wasting my time and start packing up your things? I'd also go and look for a good divorce lawyer if I were you. After the divorce was finished, and the house had been properly transferred over to its new owner, I heard that Seth became quite desperate as he realized just how much financial trouble he was in. He began to ask his relatives for money, but by then, they had all heard about the details of our divorce, and nobody wanted anything to do with him at all. I used the money that I got from selling the house and the divorce to move my daughters and I into our new place, and I've already found a full-time job. I know things might not be easy from here on out, but if that means being away from Seth, it will all have been worth it. I don't know why I let myself take the abuse that I did for as long as I did, but I know now that I will never, ever put myself through anything like that again. I just feel so lucky that I have my daughters and even Seth's family to support me in my journey forward. Wish me luck! Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.